Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We've got four drafts left of Bloomburrow. That is it today and 3 next week. And a week from Monday, Duskmorn set review and pre-release guide season begins. So you want to be subscribed to the channel for that if you're not already. That is always a video that goes over well here on the channel. Bloomburrow, on the other hand, has not. But we still got 4 drafts left to turn that around. Let's see if we can draft something sweet today. What is this one? So when this enters, look at the top 4, reveal a non-creature, non-land into your hand, rest on the bottom. If only blue-red were playable, that could be pretty interesting. I mean, I could try to, make that work. It's kind of cute. But Feed the Cycle is also just really good and in the best, one of the best colors in the entire set. And I'd like to try to win, so I'm just going to go ahead and take Feed the Cycle here. Likely followed up with a Saver. We could have followed that up with a Harnesser of Storms and really gone in on blue-red. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Going in on blue-red usually doesn't work out too well. This is a Rats build around, 2 mana. Plus, it's a 2 mana 3/1, gets +1/+ over each rat you control, and it has Threshold. If you could attack with 1 or more rats and you have Threshold, you can pay 3 and return it from the graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. I don't think this wheels, but maybe we could find ourselves into blue-black rats. But I'm going to go ahead and keep the removal, or keep the removal theme going here. Now there's a Shoreline Looter, which could be pretty good in rats. There's also a Bushy Bodyguard. I've played green-black quite a few times on this channel, and I do like it. I think the deck is good. It doesn't always perform as well as I think it is going to, but I think I might take the Shoreline Looter here. I don't think I need to take any of these black cards. In fact, Intimidator might even wheel. There's a Gossip's Talent, which is much more of a blue-green frogs card. I'm going to take the Looter here. See if we can't find ourselves into blue-black rats. Well, nothing to follow up that as far as blue-black rats goes, but there is some decent-ish white cards here, as well as a cash grab. Now I wish I would have taken the Bushy Bodyguard. Soothsayer's not it. Longstalk Brawl, fine. Pearl of Wisdom, not going to be great here. Let's hedge our bets with cash grab here. And that's a pick 5, Thoughtstalker Warlock, and Fell here. Wow. And Intrepid Rabbit. There's some good stuff. I got excited with the Fell, but, I think I might take the Warlock. I'm going to be putting my neighbor into black either way here, which is not great, but the Warlock is a really good uncommon. If I didn't have any removal already, I'd probably take the Fell. But I guess I'm taking Warlock here. And moving on to Eddy Mart Crab, Long River Lurker for the blue-green frogs, Kingfisher for birds, Dazzling Denial as a removal spell. I guess I'll take the crab. Currently, if we do go blue-black, it's looking to be a little bit more of a controlling non-creature spell deck. So I guess I'll go ahead and take the crab there. Dire Downdraft, Mind Spiral. There are some good white cards too. I want to try out blue-black though. I mean, it seems kind of interesting so far what we've got. Okay, is just no one playing white? I mean, maybe we wheel that 5-mana bat? I guess I'll take the Carrot Cake over Drift Gloom Coyote. This card is pretty good, but I think Carrot Cake is potentially a little bit better. So white is looking to be pretty open right now. I have a feeling black is going to be cut in pack 2 quite a bit. We passed a pick 6 Fell, which means our neighbor probably took it. I'd be shocked if they didn't. But now we get to see if we wheel that Rats card or what exactly we wheel here. We wheel the Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay, so no one's in blue either. So blue-white is probably completely wide open right now. feel like nobody's in blue and nobody's in white. Let's take this and see if, again, see if we can't get ourselves into maybe a blue-black controlling non-creature spell deck. And the Marshstalker came back. Okay. So did the Harnesser of Storms. So the Light Shell duo as well, but take the Marshstalker, and we're getting all the blue-black rats cards now. So I guess we take Psychic Whirl over Dire Sight, maybe? That pick probably doesn't matter too much. So now the question is, can we get the goodies from the rest of this draft to make this deck work? Probably going to have to take a lot of blue cards in pack 2 here, because again, I'm expecting black to be pretty cut. Maybe we could get a specific... Alright, there's another card. Alright, I guess we're playing blue-black. We've got Vren. We probably wheel Mind Drill Assailant here. But Vren with a bunch of removal is a pretty good spot to be. So that's a pretty easy pick. Plume-Creed Escort, Daring Wave Rider, Bonebind Orator. I think we'll take the Escort here. It's a way to protect some of our better creatures, I guess. Not thrilled with that pack. Honestly, I would have taken any non-creature spell removal over that. I wouldn't mind picking up a Shore Up for this deck. That can also let us protect our few creatures. We're probably not going to have a ton of creatures. And a Shore Up can protect the ones that we do end up playing here. I would like some protection against go-wide strategies. Like if they're playing green-white and they play Hop to it, followed by Head of the Homestead, I think that's a recipe for disaster for this deck. We're trading 1-for-1. A Mind Whisker or 2 would be great. Yeah, Mind Whisker I think could go a long way in a deck like this here. We haven't seen one yet. That's the 3/2 that if you have Threshold, all of their creatures get -1/-0. So let's see if we can find access to one of those or not. Alright, Patchwork Banner, Splash Portal, the Hermit. I mean, the Hermit blocks pretty well, I guess. The Banner, we currently have 3 rats. We'll probably end up with 6 or 7. So I think this card is good, just not necessarily in the version of the deck that we have. Splash Portal doesn't really work with what we're doing here, so let's just take the Hermit as a nice blocker. And a win con for the deck, too. I mean, we're going to have to figure out ways to enable Threshold a little bit more. Ooh, alright. Wix Patrol is a great way to do that. 6 mana, 5/3, basically kill a creature. Scales of Shale wouldn't be horrible in this deck. I think we're pretty much locking in blue-black at this point. And yeah, pretty easy Wix Patrol here. That card is very good. Enables Threshold if you haven't quite got there by turn 6. I think I've played one blue-black deck so far this format, and it did have Vren in it. I don't think it was very good, but that's kind of the theme of most of my drafts this format. Most of them haven't been very good. Ooh, that is a late battler here, but we're not really that close to playing it. I don't think I want to play 2 Psychic Whirls. Probably not playing a Fountain Port Bell, though. So I'll just take this, I guess, and pass everything else. Okay, see the Light Shell Duo and a Fountain Port Bell. I'm not thrilled about, honestly, either of these. I guess I'll take the Duo. It does Surveil. It is a rat. So let's take the Duo here. Okay, basically nothing at all for us. I'm not playing a Finch formation. I guess I'll take the random Hidden Grotto in case I open some bomb in pack 3 that I want to splash. Negotiation. Bonebind Order. This isn't really the deck for Bonebind Order. Negotiation's actually pretty good though. We could like surveil or mill that into our yard. Did wheel the Assailant. Do we want Storm Chaser's Talent? I mean, we got 3 instants, 3 sorceries. I think I'd just rather the Mind Drill Assailant. I think it's going to be more synergistic in our deck. Maybe we play a Wave Rider. We'll see. Nothing here. I did wheel the Scales of Shale. Could be a playable card. If we don't end up with like a Shore Up or something. We did see a Shore Up in pack 1, but I think it was like we took something good over it. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'd love another Saver. There's the Mind Whisker. And we wheeled the last Marsh Stalker. So maybe we wheel this one as well. What is this again? 2 mana, 3/3. Okay, just we're so far away from doing that. But Mind Whisker is exactly what I was looking for. So we will take that here. Consumed by Greed is, I think, what we're going for. There's some other black and green card or black and blue cards, but they don't really work with what we're doing. This is a fine enough removal spell for us. Ooh, there's the Saver, but Scavenger's Talent. And Downwind Ambusher. I think I've got to take the Saver to really maximize what my deck is doing. I do really like Ambusher, and Scavenger's Talent is cute. Maybe this wheels? I doubt it, but I think I've just got to take the Saver. Ooh, some more good stuff. I think I'll take another Wix Patrol, I guess. That means we probably aren't playing the Wave Rider. I don't think this is going to be too much of an Adept. It probably is a decent Adept deck. But Wix Patrol is just such a good card. It stabilizes you pretty quickly in the late game. Agablade Assassin, Dazzling Denial. Maybe Dazzling Denial. Probably not, though. Yeah, okay, that's a pick 6 Fell. As well as a Night Whirl Hermit. I'd probably play 2 of these, but I'm going to take the non-creature spell again. Wow. Okay, so our deck is wide open. This is more of the aggressive version of the deck, and this is more of the controlling version of the deck over here. I think I'm going to take the Mind Spiral. I think I'm wheeling another Marsh Stalker. So I'm going to take the Mind Spiral for card advantage. Again, we've got 12 non-creatures. Well, just cut another one. It's going to be an interesting deck build here. I think we wheel a Marshstalker, pick 9. Thundertrap Trainer, pretty good with all the non-creatures. Eddy Merc Crab, pretty good with all the non-creatures. How many rats? 9 rats? I probably don't want double Psychic Whirl, though. Man, if I can get one more... If I can even get a Dire Downdraft here, pick 8, that would be pretty good. One more removal spell that's a non-creature. No, there's an Intimidator, though. I don't think I need Pearl of Wisdom now that I picked up Mind Spiral, so I guess I'll take this. And do we wheel it? Maybe it was pick 10. Interesting. It did not wheel. All right. So someone else in rats here? Or are they just playing a 2-mana 3/1 in their black deck, maybe? All right, interesting deck builds. I'm going to go ahead and... You know what, I'll go ahead and do this one on camera because I do think is a little bit of an interesting one. Usually I cut through this just to get to the games a little quicker. But I've had some comments recently say they might want to see some of the more interesting deck builds. So let's take a look at what I would do here, or what I'm actually going to do here. I've got 8 cuts to make. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and kind of put some of the cards that I don't really think make it over here. I could just cut the Orator, I think. Same with the 2 Criers. So this is what I'm looking at cutting from. The cards that care about Threshold are Looter, Marshstalker, Hermit, Mind Whisker, Assailant. Eddie Mark Crab cares a little bit. Wix Patrol cares a little bit. So we've got a lot of cards that care about going to the graveyard. I probably don't need a Hidden Grotto. It does Surveil, but I don't need to splash. I'd like 1 Psychic Whirl. I don't think I want 2. Currently have 10 rats. I don't think the duo really fits in. I don't think I need the Pearl of Wisdom because of the Mind Spiral. Scales of Shale's a little cute. So then the question becomes 1 more cut here. 10 non-creatures for our Eddie Merc Crab. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells that work with Vren. 10 non-creatures for the trainer as well. I just don't think the Intimidator's very good. I can keep a counterspell in there, I guess. And then I guess this is how I'm going to run it. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at here. I think this deck has some possibilities. What I'm worried about is going up against go-wide decks like red-white or green-white. And that could be a problem for us if we don't draw our savers. Against late-game decks, I think we do pretty well. We've got a good amount of removal, some hand disruption here, some card draw, some decent finishing creatures as well. So I think it's going to be a little bit interesting. I've drafted this once. Don't believe it went well. Statistics say, based on how this format has gone for me so far, this probably also won't go well. But we're going to give it our best shot with this version of the deck. And hope we can stabilize with Nightwhirl Hermits and Mind Drill Assailants and go from there. So we're going to give this one a shot with 17 lands. And before we get into game 1, don't forget about the partner of the channel here, W Energy, which is an energy drink brand that is 0 calorie, 0 sugar. You can head over to w.gg and use code DAILYDRAFT to get 10% off all purchases, which does kick back towards the channel. So if you're in the market for a new energy drink or just want to give it a shot and kick back to the channel, go ahead and use code DAILYDRAFT for 10% off. Thanks for your consideration on that. And wish me luck as we head into game number 1. Starting on the draw, and the hand is actually not too bad. We've got Ruthless Negotiation to start and then Saver to follow it up. Oops. Or Thundertrap Trainer, potentially now, if we want to just get a 2-mana 1/2 that hopefully replaces itself. Guess it depends on what they've got. So they got rid of a Vine-Reap Mentor, playing a Pond Prophet. I think I am actually just going to go ahead and play this. I don't really want to savor their Pond Prophet necessarily. And now we got a couple of removal spells. If they don't play a good blocker, I could get to Thoughtseize them with Thoughtstalker Warlock. That's a decent blocker, but I do have Saver for it. Well, I have Saver, but that means I can't use Thoughtstalker Warlock if that's the case. So let's play Mind Whisker here. Can get our Surveil on. Another Pond Prophet, you say. They're missing land drops, though, so that's nice. I don't think I need that. Alright, so this is basically going to guarantee... I know I get to trade the trainer for... Alright. I was going to say I get to trade it for 1 Pond Prophet, but now I just get to Thoughtseize them. I'll take that, too. Holy cow. That's a hand, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to get rid of the Wild Guide because I can just savor that. If I get rid of one of the mentors, they still have another one? Yeah, but I can fell one of them. Okay, I think I'll... Sentries is also kind of an issue. Yeah, this is a good hand. Guess let's get rid of one of the mentors. Again, if they play the Wild Guide, I have Savor for it. Okay. Yeah, I gotta keep that. Alright, they do not have removal in hand, so they would have to top deck removal for Vren. And if they don't, I get to next turn kill 2 creatures. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So let's do this. Attack here. Because this will be forced to trade with at least one thing, which will get me a rat. Sure. Again, that goes ahead and gets me a rat. That is a 3/3 that will only continue to grow from there. So unless they top deck removal, which would have to be a very cheap removal spell, because it does have ward too, I think this will get out of hand pretty quickly. Alright, access to 5 mana. We'll go ahead and kick the Wild Guide. Which is fine by me. Yeah, let's go ahead and just play this one. Another Wix Patrol. We do now have Threshold. So they don't have good blocks really at all here. They have 1 total power. Yeah, and then Vren gets really out of hand. I've played against Vren once or twice where it did that, where it's just like unbeatable. And this was one of those games. We are up first this time and do have a turn 2 Shoreline Looter, which is usually just good enough to keep. As long as they can't kill it. Alright, they do have Savor colors here, so cross your fingers they do not savor our looter. The looter has been savored. What can you do? Oh, that's like the worst creature. I just don't want to remove it. I can get rid of it with Dire Downdraft because they're not going to want to put it on top. Basically gets rid of it permanently. Plus it makes my Consumed by Greed potentially a little bit better. Yep, put it on the bottom. And no plays. Alright. Let's get a card out of their hand here. Got rid of a land. And we are an island away from Eddie Merc Crab already. No plays. I do like to see that. Okay, I guess this is what we're doing here. Our control deck is working to perfection. Got a Sonar Strike, and we're drawing all the swamps in our deck, and none of the islands. Okay, go ahead. Good old-fashioned staring contest. I'm sure this will die. But, yep, we do still get to surveil. Obviously don't need that. Yeah, that seems fine. Just start eating at their hand. Still far away from crab here. I've got all of the removal. So let's just make them discard a card again. I got a Vanishing Light. They must have a stacked hand. But, like, no creatures, because they aren't playing any of them. Wix Patrol. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. So, how do I do this here now? I think I'm going to not kill it so I can play my own Wix Patrol to kill theirs, because I'd like to get a creature down. And if I killed it, then I wouldn't be able to play my own creature as well. Oh, just don't tell me that. I was going to say, there goes 2 of the islands that I need for Eddie Merc Crab. Are we just playing the Wix Patrol battle now? Let me watch them play one too. No, okay. Glide Dive Duo. Alright. That's another thing I can kill with Wix Patrol. Psychic Whirl. Well... I mean, I'm not really going to get any more than this last card out of their hand. So let's do this. Then play the Psychic Whirl, I guess. We can afford to take 3 for 1 turn here. We got a removal spell. Don't need that. And I don't really need that either. Not a bad top deck. But I do have 3 remove. Oh, man. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good top deck there. Let's see what they hit. An extra creature. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of this thing here. And we have to fight against our deck size, but I think we should be fine on that. Do I want to get a creature back? Kind of do. I mean, I can get a Wix Patrol back. But, gosh, how much do I want to mill myself even more? And give them an extra card here? I can get a Warlock. That's not great at this point. Looter's also not great. Marshstalker I don't need. Maybe I don't really need to give them the extra card here. I don't really need a ton. No, because it'll just come in as a 3/1, which doesn't have good attacks here. Because it will come in tapped and attacking. Let's go to damage. Gosh, we are 11 cards left and still have only drawn 1 island. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play a creature. Alright, they've got a land, so that should probably wrap this one up, I would think. Gosh. I think I can just forage and play a Mind Drill Assailant here. Let's target that. Who needs a second island, right? Okay, and that should hopefully do it, unless they draw Starfall Invocation, which they did not do. And there was our second island waiting for us in the Eddie Merc Crab that costs 2 mana. Alright, that was a powerful run of that deck. Alright, we're at first again, and we've got Plume-Creed Escort into Thoughtstalker Warlock. We don't necessarily have to use this for the Hexproof. We can use it to enable the Warlock on turn 3. That's a pretty good use of the card. Okay, that's a 1-drop. Vren is nice. This does have flash. So I'm just going to flash it in on their end step. More than likely here. Okay, so they have Crumb and Get it looks like. So we'll have to keep that in mind. 1 planes up. So they get +2/+2/+2 and indestructible. So it's probably not what I'm going to take out of their hand here, but I mean, you never know. Because we do have Vren followed by 2 removal spells, which is nice. So there's the Crumb and Get it. So what would I rather get? One of these Swordmasters or a Rust Shield Rampager? So hear me out. If I take the Swordmaster, next turn they use this Swordmaster with Offspring, and the following turn they play Rampager, and then that following turn, but gosh, Vren without like indestructible backup is going to be so good. Yeah, I've got 2 removal spells, and I got to make sure that they can't protect their creature. That's going to be too important here. So they're probably just going to kick one of the Swordmasters and do the Offspring, which makes sense. We go ahead and do Vren. And I could offer the trade here, which gives me a rat. So trade this for that and get a rat here. They might just not want to do it. Okay, I mean, I'll take the easy 2-for-1, so in this case the 3-for-1. If I draw a swamp, I can do double removal spell here. That's totally fine with me. Ooh. Good card, but I think I'd like to make sure that Vren starts to go off even more here. Okay, we'll take the Mind Spiral, attack here. I mean, if we trade this one off for that, then we get 2 more at our next turn. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I didn't think they'd want to. And now Vren has kind of gone and done his thing. It is a ridiculous card if gone unanswered. So there's a couple options we have here. I could feed the cycle to remove a creature mid-combat. Like if they sacrifice Carrot Cake, make a 1/1, and quadruple block Vren, I could feed the cycle the Warren Guard. And then everything dies. Yeah. I had a couple options there. I could have just gotten rid of 2 cards in their hand, played it slow, but I think we were doing just fine. So this hand is obviously a little bit slow, but we do have Savor, and Savor goes a long way in prolonging the game. Like if we can kill an early creature and then draw any land, even if it's another swamp, to play Mind Drill Assailant. If we draw an island, we get to cast Thundertrap Trainer. Oh man, that's not great. That gets around Saver. So let's just cast this here, see if we can hit a non-creature. And we do find a removal spell. Moonrise Cleric. Saver looking horrible. I guess I'll play the Mind Whisker over the Feed the Cycle here. Have to take quite a bit of damage in the meantime. Okay, there goes our creature. Okay, do I want Mindrill Assailant or Light Shell Duo? I think I'll take the Duo here. Both of these are actually okay. Next turn I could potentially Mind Spiral. I'm probably not going to want to Mind Spiral next turn. So I draw it, I have 6, I go down to 5, I go down to 4, and I draw 3 up to 7. I mean, it's not horrible. And then the following turn, I guarantee a land drop for Wix Patrol to kill something. Sure. Okay, down goes Light Shell Duo. What's new? Alright, I'll gift you a fish. I draw 3. That stays tapped. And I'll hold this back just to block your fish, I guess. And then next turn we've got the Wix Patrol. Can we stabilize here? Got a lot of removal. Just need to not die. Ooh, there goes Vren. That's not great. I think we'll be okay, though. We do have Consumed by Greed to get it back, so that's nice. Alright, down goes Wix Patrol. I think I'm chumping at this point now. I just want to preserve my life, because I do have a lot of removal in hand. 5, 6, 7 mana, so I can Consume by Greed and Mind Drill Assailant. They would have to sacrifice the Harvester here. Conversely, I could Ruthless Negotiation, Feed the Cycle, and Mind Drill Assailant. Yeah, let's do that. We got a Drift Gloom Coyote. So I guess they did that because they're not guaranteed to be able to cast it because they don't have a 5th land. Do they have a removal for Mind Drill Assailant here? Let's see. Looks like they do. Sure. So we will forage, targeting this thing. 1, 2, 3, I guess? Uh-oh. I was gonna say, do they head Crumb and get it? They could kill us there? I didn't think about that. Could have been bad. Okay, 8 mana now. 1, 2, 3. I could do Ruthless Negotiation and Consumed by Greed, but then I'm risking a combat trick. They would have killed me there if they had one, though. Conversely, I can do Consumed by Greed, Savor, and Eat a Food. I'm gonna risk it one more turn. I think if we survive this turn, we're not doing horribly. So they got rid of a Light Shell, or I mean a Life Creed Duo. Not exactly sure why they didn't play that. Are they going for some sort of combat trick here? Why didn't they play the duo last turn? How much do I want to get Vren back? I mean, pretty badly with Savor here. This is a little risky. I mean, I don't know what they've got. I'm playing off the fact that if they had the combat trick, they would have used it last turn, right? Oh. GG's. Sure, that works. I definitely could have played that game a lot better. I flew too close to the sun. I didn't see Down to an Ambusher being the play there. They would have had to probably top deck that. Maybe they kept that and didn't play the duo in case I... You know, if they played the duo and then I used Ruthless Negotiation, so they definitely had the Down one Ambusher in hand there. Ooh, that was rough. Yeah, that was tough. I wonder if I could have been able to figure that out. It's a tough game. Alright, we start on the play this time with a turn 2 looter, so we'll keep it. Those last games are the really interesting ones. That's where I think I can still improve as a Magic player after literal thousands of games that I've also posted here to the channel too. You know, LSV or Reed Duke or anybody playing that game, they would have won pretty easily. I'm pretty convinced of that, and I didn't. So, you know, going back and watching that is probably going to be a pretty important thing to do. Jeez. That's a combo. Alright. Hopefully we don't get mana screwed out of this game here. That would be kind of annoying. I mean, you keep a 2-lander, or a 3-lander with Looter because this gives you more looks at more lands. Alright, here comes Fireglass Mentor hitting a land. I do not have one of the many removal spells in my deck in my hand currently. This has Vigilance, right? It does. I mean, I really hope they don't have... What's it called? Scales of Shale here? That would be pretty bad. Okay. And we do in fact miss our land drop. After getting like 6 different looks at a 4th land here. Alright, no plays, but they did have an instant. Oh, it could have just been Ravine Raider activation. Gosh, do I trade Ravine Raider for Mind Whisker here and also deny them a card off Mentor? I really do need the Surveil. I'm going to give it one more turn. I don't like doing this, but I mean, when you're stuck on lands like we are, you don't really have a choice. Okay, so they're going to play that and kill our Shoreline Looter. That's how this draft is going to go here. We're cruising along at 3-0. We're probably going to go right to, gosh. I mean, it's a land, I guess. Alright, no attacks. See if we can hold them back here. Still need 2 swamps for Wix Patrol. We're at 3 for Threshold. 2 lands for Eddie Merc Crab. Thundertrap Trainer could find us something next turn, maybe. That seems obvious, right? I mean, do they have another ambusher? What could go wrong if I do both of these? Clearly this is some sort of combat trick here, but what would not be good is if they did, like, they pumped this, killed the Mind Whisker, and also had something to save the ambusher here. Let's see what it is. Okay, there's the pump of the Ravine Raider. And there's the Scales of Shale. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said would basically be worst case scenario. But it is what happened. Can't cast that. There's a whiff. Alright, that's how this is going here. That's how this is going. Interesting choice to kill that. Do they have a way to finish this off now, maybe? They've got to have a way to finish off the Hermit, right? Yeah. Okay. What can I do here? Oh, gosh. Do I have to... If I fell their Wix Patrol, this thing continues to draw extra cards. If I fell this, then the Wix Patrol hits me for a ton. If I Ruthless Negotiation, I take 7, and they still draw cards. So which is worse, card draw or damage here? Both are pretty bad. I think I'm going to try to stem the bleeding. Now I can at least cast Eddie Mark Crab next turn. And if I draw exactly a swamp, I can play Wix Patrol. Sure. More creatures. Yes. It's a good card. It's not exactly here. This is still going to hit us no matter what, even with the crab. Gosh, it's just so annoying. Okay. Pass turn, I guess. Let's see if they do indeed choose to forage here. Okay, they still do get to hit us and draw a card. This is just such a brutal game. Like, our hand is so not working out. This has Menace, right? Yep. What is that? Oh, and I get the Offspring. Do I go to 6? I can't afford to go to 6, right? Great. This is just such an awkward game. Vren doesn't do much right here. Wix Patrol can't be cast. I mean, I guess I just have to discard both my cards. And then I was going to say I was going to draw the extra swamp now. It's usually how that goes. It's one of those games, you know? Just one of those games. So I take 8, 9, 10, 11 here. And if they have removal, I die. Man. It's like nothing's going your way. May as well attack with everything. I wouldn't have blocked the Mentor. What do you got? Removal? Nope. Thoughtstalker Warlock. Maybe get rid of my land. It's also got Menace. This has Menace. That's got Menace. That's got everything. Don't think I have an out here. Just the whole game was just so annoying. So I get rid of that, eat that, take 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what they do. So if they attack with everything, I am officially dead. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, well, never stood a chance there. We were fighting an uphill battle and our deck was like, what if we just didn't give you that extra land when you need it? Alright, let's hope this hand gets here, or gets there. It's very keepable. Thundertrap Trainer on 2. Can at least block that. We still do get drained, but we can survive. Take the Psychic World. It's not a rat. So I can either Whorl or Dire Downdraft next turn, depending on what they play here. Games like the last game are just... that is just what happens to me in this format. Like, it's been brutal. Like, this format has just been brutal for me. Yeah, sure. Let's just get a couple cards out of their hand right now. We don't get to Surveil, but... they have to decide if they want to hit land drops or keep their spells in hand. Next turn, if we miss a land, we can still probably Dire Downdraft. If we hit the land, we just slam Vren and hope it works. Yikes. Getting rid of a removal spell and of the card that destroyed us last game. Sure. Land. Nice. Hopefully they don't have removal that can also pay through the ward here. Fell, I guess, would be the only thing that can do that. Another Nocturnal Hunger couldn't. There's also the other removal spell that you could either the one we have, the one you could either forage or pay. That does it. Yeah, that'll do it. Perfect. What a day. What a day. Right? There's not a lot. They had a couple cards in the format they could have had in their hand that would have gotten through that there, and that was one of them. That was one of them. So I can Consumed by Greed, get back Vren here, but gosh, Vren is just a little too slow at this point. So I wonder if I just have to play the duo here. Yeah, let's just play a creature. Yeah, both of these are actually pretty good. So let's keep them. Next turn we can Wix Patrol, kill something. Probably take 3 life against this? I don't know. That would put us at 7 life. It's another flyer. What if I just Eddie Merc Crab here? Tap these 2 down? It just delays my Wix Patrol by a turn, but it does give me an extra creature on the board. So when this thing dies, they get back a 3-tree mascot here. That doesn't matter too much. Oh, I have to mill the Mind Whisker to do that, though? Yeah, maybe that means I should just Eddie Merc Crab. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Eddie Merc Crab for that reason. I don't really want to mill the Mind Whisker. I think that's going to end up being pretty good. This costs 7 to Offspring? Yeah. So I take 0 damage this turn. Next turn, I've got a Wix Patrol to kill their savior. What happens if they just play this? More flyers. Getting a Mind Whisker down is going to make their whole team be not very good. So whenever they gain life, I lose a life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go to 3 next turn. I go to 2. Yeah, I might just die, I guess. Is that right? Oh no, I go to 1. No, I go to 0. Am I just dead? Let's see. I'll let them do it. Math is for attackers at this point. So do we just go straight from 3-0 to 3-3 here? Pretty darn close. I think we are dead now. They're just gonna crack their food. We go to 3. Yeah, we're pretty close to dead here. Okay, that helps. Now Mind Whisker's gonna have to do some work. Okay, so they missed a trigger there, which is nice. We go to 3, we go to 2, we go to 1, kind of, if they want us to. Do they have a combat trick that's going to finish us off here? And the combat trick for the win? Oh, man. Yeah, that'll do it next turn. Go to 1. I can't kill both of these. Can I gain life? No. It doesn't do it. Just attack with that and I die. Attack with that and I die. Nothing has... They're consumed by greed. They just get rid of the cutthroat here. Man, this deck was looking so good and so powerful. It was 3-0 and it was just cruising along. I just have to hope they accidentally sacrifice the Soothsayer, basically. Yeah. Can't lethal them. I can deal them 13 damage here. Yeah, I won't do it. Agate Blade Assassin for the win. 3-0 to 3-3. This is just, man, this format is brutal to me. This is a brutal, brutal format. I mean, I was cruising along. The deck was going so well. I had like double Vren, and then I lost a close one that I feel like I could have played a little better on. And then just like, I don't know what happened in those last two. I think this deck is really good. I think it's really good. And we just ran into a couple of buzzsaws. Pretty unfortunate. It is what it is. Still have 3 drafts of the format left. We're going to try to pull through on those last 3. See if we can actually do something good. Who knows? Thanks for tuning in today. And I'll see you next time for your daily draft.